All right, Tim Duncan, man. So Tim Duncan get left out of all the conversations when we're talking about top 10, top 5 players and stuff like that. But I think he needs a better, a deeper look into how much he meant to the game and what he accomplished. Man, it was crazy. So I wanted to kind of parallel his career with LeBron's to see if he stacks up, and if we need to be talking about Tim Duncan a little bit more. But here's them talking about it on All the Smoke with Steven Jackson.
I'm gonna start a petition today, since we're talking about errors and stack. You gonna feel this one. You might feel it. Right. No freaky. I wanna talk about Tim Duncan. We're gonna talk about Tim Duncan errors. I feel like Tim Duncan, and he should be in there twice, because he ended a lot of people didn't win championships because of Tim Duncan. Yes. And he did it twice. And with a 10-year gap. So if we're going to be talking about eras and lists, you know what I mean, I'd like to do a petition where we not only acknowledge the Tim Duncan era, but I also like to put a petition out there but he should have 2 different eras, because he did it in a 10-year gap. So, and Tim has 4 or 5.
He got 5.
He got 5. 5.
He got 5.
Tim got 5. Yeah. So. You know what I mean? I'm going to put him up there. But I'm with Bonzi. I love LeBron's body of work, Kobe, Jordan, you know what I mean? We acknowledge Kawhi's, you know what I mean? Kawhi had a hell of a run if it wasn't for injuries. You know, at one point he was tracking towards Mike, Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, you know what I mean? All-Star, whatever, you know, going to the finals for a couple of years. So Kawhi was up there. You got to put KD up there.
Here's Norris Cole talking about it as well.
I know people, love the Kobe era, but Tim Duncan had a lot to say in that era. Tim Duncan had a lot to say in that era.
A lot.
And back-to-back MVPs, Finals MVP, like 50-point games in the same conference. Like, he had a lot to say.
That's just going under the radar today.
I don't let it go on the radar. He had Shaq and Kobe in the same conference, and he beat them a couple times. I know he don't talk a lot, but he's him, bro. Yeah. Tim Duncan, bro. Put respect. Tim Duncan is one of the GOATs. Like,
for sure.
Like,
that's a fact.
Tim Duncan, bro.
All right, man. Does Tim Duncan deserve more love, man? And what y'all got him ranked? And is it a possibility that this dude might be or should be ranked higher than LeBron?
Ooh, I mean,
you know the answer to that question. Honestly, yes. If you ask yourself honestly that question,
the answer is yes. God damn it.
No. LeBron is a different animal, man. You know what? Unfortunately for Tim Duncan, man. Is that people that are quiet, they don't get to shine, bro.
Yeah,
they just don't. They don't get to shine. Everything LeBron done since he came out of high school has been blown up 10,000 times, which puts LeBron in the position that he's in today. But yeah, Tim Duncan, I would not ever say that he wasn't that guy. But the problem is that he was kind of like a quiet warrior. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man, when you're quiet, closed mouths don't get fed. And when you're quiet, somebody else has to go and point to your greatness outside of you, and it kind of gets overlooked in the heap of everything. So, but Tim Duncan was a great player. I give him his props. I would not put him over LeBron, though.
Here's where I disagree with you, E. As we talk about Steph being the great player that he was, we talk about the things that he's missing, as in being that leader and to stop the foolishness of Draymond and all that shit. I look at Tim Duncan. It wasn't none of that foolishness going on in San Antonio. So as great of a player he was, as quiet his game was, I think he still commanded that same respect and leadership in that locker room where it wasn't going to be no foolishness. And of course, you got to give someone that the pop as well. But
yeah, I was going to say add pop now.
no, trust me, add pop. But what I'm saying is Duncan has to be the torch or the messenger of Popovich's message. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be an extension of Popovich's message amongst the players, and Duncan was that messenger for it. It wasn't no foolishness going on in that San Antonio locker room. They not allowing that Draymond foolishness. And I think Duncan commanded that respect and from the other players in the locker room that they weren't going to do nothing stupid like that. So I think there's a slight difference if you're talking about, putting Steph in the top 10, top 15, whatever. I can say that Duncan, player-wise, was just as good and dominant in his own way, may have been a little bit quieter, and won the championships. He was all about winning. We got to remember this dude was literally in the same time of Kobe and his greatness, and he's still eating.
Correct.
We talking about he's in the middle of Kobe's time, the beginning of LeBron's time, and still eating. Like he's getting championships. So
in the middle of Shaq and Kobe too.
Yes,
Shaq and Kobe together.
In the middle of LeBron too, because he stole one from the. Well, he didn't steal one; they earned that shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. I get it that we all giving Tim Duncan his flowers, but Tim Duncan had a pretty good squad.
LeBron.
Let's talk about it. Well, before we get to his squad, 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, all Rookie of the Year, 3 Finals MVPs, 2 League MVPs, 5 rings he won, and so many different eras. Like he won in the 90s, he won in the 2000s, 3 different decades for sure. 15 times All Defense.
Come on now.
If you playing that power forward position when Duncan was playing, good luck trying to get an all defensive team.
He's going against Nowitzki. He's going against KG. He's
Weber. Shaq. He had to guard Shaq too. He had to guard centers as well. Dude was unreal, man. And that's a lot of all defensive teams, man. 15. That's a lot, man.
Like I said, I give him his props, man. I just for me personally, I just don't think he was better than LeBron. LeBron can go get us 4, and we might go win a championship. That's all.
That's false. When did he ever do that? Hey, when did he ever do that?
The first time he got bounced out of the finals.
He didn't win it though. I'm talking about when have he took someone that we call average or below average and won?
The first Cleveland team. He didn't. They didn't win, but
exactly.
I mean,
and tell me, E, just E. I want E to answer this question.
Hold on, youngin. You wasn't even.
I want E to answer. I only want E to answer this question.
Tadpole with motherfucking LeBron.
I only want E to answer this question.
You was a tadpole.
Hold on. When
your era. Hey, Lamar, did you? Hey, you can't speak on shit in his era.
I want to. Let's E. I only want you to answer this question, E.
Hey, E, that little tadpole.
I only want you to answer this question, E. Who beat that LeBron led Cleveland team for that ring?
Who did beat them, man? I forget. You tell me.
Tim Duncan in San Antonio.
I mean, that was a better squad, bro. LeBron had like 3 crackheads and
No, so we can't move the goalposts. You can't say you can't say LeBron did all this with this team and got here, and then you can't say, look who he had when he lost. You can't do that, brother. You can't do that. It's one or the other. Either the team wasn't that bad or the team was ass.
I know you looked it up because I know you wasn't alive when that shit was going down. But
I wasn't alive in 2007.
How old was you in 2007, Chris?
I was 12 years old.
Keller inside the lines, ass nigga. How you go?
And still watching basketball.
I love you, nigga.
Still watching basketball.
I'm Chris, nigga. Chris, nigga. Hey, I owe you a bottle of blueberry crack.
Blackberry.
My bad. I know you
Super chat from 33 Shook Knight. He took a step back in his prime for Ginobili and Parker. He did so they can shine, and so Popovich offense could flow. It didn't have to be about him. They could have went to the post to him every time like they did Shaq. But they didn't do that, man. He let and Shaq could have took that same step back that Duncan did and let Kobe do his thing, but Shaq had to have it, right? You know what I mean? So he played within the confines of his system to win, and that's why he won 5, and that's why he didn't have to go from team to team like Shaq did, trying to hunt down more rings.
I'll put it to you like this. I think LeBron
How many
is
Shaq
going to
got?
end up
Shaq
being
got 4, right?
Shaq got 4. He got 3 with Kobe, and then he got 1 with D Wade.
He got 1 with Wade, right?
So
Okay.
I'll put it like I don't think it's probably going to end up being, you know, LeBron going to end up having the better whatever, but I definitely think Duncan was the better player.
Yeah, I think he will. I honestly want to. I want to put Duncan past Magic, Bird, and LeBron. I want Duncan right behind Kobe, no Diddy, and but it's, you know, in my mind, I have yet to do that yet. In my mind, I still got LeBron ahead of him, but I mean I really, man, it's kind of hard, man. It's you know, so I don't know. I go back and forth with it.
And Timmy did it with one team. So
I mean, that ain't
that was that era. That was that era. That was that era.
Yeah. And look, and doing it with one team is not really the flex we think it is. The only thing that you know that factors into it is why you're going from team to team. Like if you're going to team to better your situation, and that's taking it and it's giving me shortcut, then yeah, I would probably tax you a little bit. But just because you stay with one team don't mean I'm going to give you extra credit. You know what I mean? But LeBron going from team to team taking shortcuts, yeah, that's kind of unfair because
hey man, look.
Well, hear me out. Eric. Hear me out. The natural way to do it is you go to a team and then you start to build a squad, and it takes 2 to 3 years to build a team before y'all can start competing, because you got to get a co-star, you got to get the right coach, you got to put the right system, you got to get the right role players, and it takes 2 to 3 years to build around a player, right? Now, if you're jumping from team, and the reason why it take a little while, because one, practically the basketball part of it, you got to figure out what fits, and also the financial part of it, you got to be in the right stride. Now, if you're able to get to a team, jump on the squad, bring 2 superstars with you, and you automatically are a team that can contend because you got so much firepower, and you don't even have to go through the chemistry stuff, and you don't have to go through that 2 to 3 year process. And then as soon as everybody start making too much money, you don't have to worry about going through a rough patch where you got to rebuild or retool. You just jump on another squad and do the same thing over again. So you get to skip that part. It's a shortcut.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Whose fault is that though? That's his fault?
No, I'm not saying it's nobody's fault, but I'm telling you which one is more impressive, and I have to tax you for taking that shortcut. And the crazy thing about it is LeBron was taking those shortcuts, and Tim Duncan still got more rings than him.
Hey, I give you that. My only thing was because I hated LeBron when he went from Cleveland over there to Miami. I thought that was some whole shit. But
right.
At the end of the day, when he went back to Cleveland, bro, and then he went to LA, come on, man.
That's not that impressive. It was a shortcut. And guess what, Eric? Me and you took a shortcut to grandma's house. You took the shortcut. I took the long way, and I got there before you. Hey, Tim Duncan took the long way and got more rings. He took the hard way and got more rings.
Hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I mean, I think Tim Duncan was great. I just don't think he was better than LeBron.
All right, so let me throw this in here. What are the flaws of Tim Duncan's game from rookie to when he retired? And then what are the flaws from LeBron from rookie to still that he's still playing right now?
Hold on. Who
you want to answer that?
I definitely want you to jump in there, man. But I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Because for me, I could look at LeBron's game when he entered in 2003. And I can still see flaws in year 21 that are still present from 2003. Now, when Duncan enters the league at 98, 99, and when he retired mid-2000s, that list of flaws shrinks. That's me.
See, Duncan had 3 or 4 years of college at Wake Forest, and Tim Duncan, I want to say Carmelo, I want to say maybe Keith Van Horn, I want to say maybe a couple more people, but Tim Duncan is leading the pack in people who showed up to the league with very few flaws. His game was complete. The only thing I could say was wrong with his game was his free throws got shaky sometimes.
And that's fair.
Right. And
you still say that about LeBron.
Yeah,
I think he's still a better free throw shooter than LeBron was.
It was about the same. That was about the same. But yeah, his free throws was a little shaky sometimes. That was about it. He was a great post defender, a great rim protector and shot blocker. He was disciplined. He had very polished game in the post on offense. He was smart. He could pass. I mean, he had it all, bro. He had it all.
Let
He
me
was complete.
ask y'all a question real quick. Do y'all think that if LeBron had gone to college, even for just 1 year, would that have helped his game at all, if any?
Yeah, anything that helped his game. But if he would have went to college, it would have been a freaking movie.
Depending on where
he was just too advanced for college. I mean, them dudes wouldn't better mess with LeBron in college. It would have been unreal.
So what? That was what he got drafted in 03. So if he would have went to college, 03 would have been his freshman year. He could have probably went to Duke. Probably would have made a play for him, right? So let's just say he went to Duke under Coach K.
Well, he was from Ohio. He probably would have went to Ohio State.
Yeah, probably.
Ain't no program at Ohio State.
Hey,
yeah, that's where Greg Oden was at.
Are you
Greg
serious?
Oden had just came out of
Man,
Ohio State.
nobody talks about Ohio State when it comes to basketball.
Hey, he's showing his age.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Ohio State is a football school. Nobody talks about Ohio State when it comes to basketball.
See, that's that Michigan hate in you. Ohio State got a solid basketball program. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, man. Hey, Lamar, he coloring outside the lines again.
Hey, so I will say this about LeBron in college though, because it don't matter how athletic you was and if you can handle the ball or what your perimeter skills was. If you show up to college 6'8", 6'9", they putting you at the 4. All type. Carmelo played the 4. Michael Beasley played the 4. Durant played the 4. I mean, it don't matter how good you are. You're playing the 4 in college, right? So LeBron, he wouldn't have. And Maggette was playing the 4 at Duke. So it would have been a little different. He would have had to develop a little bit of his post game or his game around the rim. He wouldn't have been playing point guard and all that stuff. So we probably wouldn't have seen that skill. So he probably would have had to develop a little bit of his game, and it would have been probably more similar to what Len Bias was. Right. So so he probably would have showed up to the league with a little bit of better touch on his jump shot and stuff like that.
I need to hold on. I need to see if this is true or not. Because if it is, that's a crazy stat. Duncan hitting 50 wins every year in his career, excluding the shortened season, and they were still a number 1 seed.
That's crazy.
I don't know about those last few years when San Antonio was kind of in the shitter.
I don't know. We got a fact.
I will have to look into that. But if that is true, that is a 50-win season every year in the West is crazy.
Yeah, the dude was dominant, man.
So what I'm hearing is the only advantage LeBron really has over Duncan is his athleticism. That's what I'm hearing.
It's his stats, really. It's really his stats. That's the advantage LeBron got over everybody's stats.
Yeah, but that's playing 21 years. I'm not worried about the stats part. I'm talking about the game. If we're talking about putting one over the other, and the only thing I'm hearing that's different from Tim Duncan and LeBron is LeBron's athleticism, I might have to put Duncan over there then.
I'm about to put a poll in the chat to see everybody vote. Y'all go ahead and tell me who y'all got, man, while I do this poll real quick. Diddy.
You got a lot of haters in here though, bro.
So
hey man, Draymond kick Grant Williams in the nuts tonight, y'all.
What?
Hey, bro. This man is get him out of here, bro.
Wait, out of here. He did that as we was just talking about, bro.
About 30 minutes ago.
Oh my God. Hey, this dude, habitual line stubber, man. Hey,
it was a I guess it was a mistake though.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, you know how his mistakes look though. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he flopped like a fish and make a mistake and hit you. It's one of those.
I just looked at it. It's real.
Oh, where?
That he all years because he retired in 2016.
Yeah.
Every year he was a Spur was a 50-win season, except for the shortened year, and they were still the number 1 seed. But every
99.
Okay, that's a factual stat. That's an outstanding stat.
That's phenomenal. No, that's not only is that crazy, is that's showing that. So that's why I think you got to put that in there about even when the parts where he got Ginobili and got Tony Parker, that he's willing to do any and everything to win in the confines of the team. That he's willing to make sure that, hey, all right, for better flow of the offense, let Tony get off. Let Manu Euro step his ass to the goal. Cool, let him do that. I can still, make my mark in other ways to make sure that at the end of the season, not only are we in contention to get the championship, but damn it, we might walk away with this son bitch. Right. So
I give smaller for the bigger picture.
Give all the props in the world, man.
It's a bigger picture.
I think all the props in the world, but hey, ain't nobody better than LeBron. You ask me. With the
it's a tough one, man. I don't think it's just that simple, man. I think that's a real tough
to have, for real, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably one that we haven't had before, because that's.
But can we move it to the next week though?
Hold on, let me put this poll in. Who is
put it to the confines of the conversation? You talking about a guy that can still be a superstar in the confines of a team and still win, and even if he's not the reason why they win, he still can make sure that, hey, we gonna win. I mean, the dude was a winner. So the individual stats are there, the individual accolades are there, the team success is there. Maybe not the numbers compared to LeBron, but you talk about numbers.
All-time leading scorer. He ain't got 5 championships like LeBron.
Come on,
He do got. Hold on, he got 5. LeBron only got 3. LeBron only got 3.
LeBron got 5 championships, bro.
Duncan got 5 real championships.
Oh, that in-season tournament? Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, LeBron got 3 in a possible, but Duncan got 5. Duncan got 5 that's gonna walk for sure.
No,
hey, y'all go ahead and go vote, man. I just put the poll in there. So far, it's 85% Tim Duncan.
Hey, he got 4 in a P.
Who got 4 in a P?
Hey,
Tim
man.
got 4 in a P.
Nah, he really got 2.
But I'm saying like that unselfishness of Tim Duncan, I think you gotta equate that into this situation, man. Because I bet you he could easily put up the numbers that LeBron has if he wanted to. He could have said, man, Pop, man, bump what you talking about, man, give me the rock.
He can go Draymond on. Hey, I'll kill your ass, nigga.